Show with your host, Tommy Bryan, and Lebanon High School football coach Mark Medley is brought to you by Aflac, Rick Thorne, Brownie Hall, and Mike Sewell, by Lee and Lee Attorneys, by Mayor Bobby Jewell, by ADC Paving, and by Jimmy Carter Martin, Circuit Court Clerk.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tommy Bryan, and this is the Mark Medley pregame show. Coach, last week, Butler County, the homecoming win, you got everybody that could play into the game.
Well, we hope we did. You know, with 70-something guys down there, it gets to be a chore to get everybody in. But we gave an effort in trying to do that, and it was really good for our young guys, Tommy, to get some playing time. We felt like going in, if we would execute and do things that we were capable of doing, that we would have an opportunity to play a lot of people. And we're just fortunate that it worked out that way. And hopefully Butler County left here, you know, feeling good about their effort and the score as well.
Your first 4 possessions, you scored each time. Each drive was over 50 yards. You took the football and you took care of business. You scored each of those first 4 possessions.
Yeah, well, as you go back and look at the film, you know, we had people blocked, and of course our guys did a good job of running the football, and of course Greg had another good night throwing the football. I think we only threw 7 times, maybe, and completed 5 of those. And 2 of them went for touchdowns. So we did execute well, and were able to get some points on the board early.
Looking to the game that the folks will be seeing here in just a few moments, Oakland comes into to our stadium kind of like a wounded animal. Oakland is 1-3 on the season, 1-2 in the region. Still a dangerous football team.
Yeah, they are. They're big up front, and as always, they're a physical football team. And of course, you go back over the years that we've been here at Lebanon. The Lebanon-Oakland game has been a very physical football game, and we anticipate it's going to be one tonight.
Oakland's got some young guys in the backfield, a junior quarterback, Davenport. They've got a McHenry guy that's back there at tailback. They've struggled offensively, but they scored 20 points against Hendersonville a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you know, they have had problems putting the football in the end zone, but you know, they're due to break loose. We just hope that they're not due to break loose against us.
Defensively, they give you a couple of different looks. A 6 front kind of look that we've seen them play before, and here lately they've played a little 50 football. What do you look for out of Oakland?
Well, you know, going into the thing, all through the fall, Oakland played a 50. They get ready to play Lincoln County and go back to their old traditional 60 that they've lived and died with through the years. Since that time, we've seen them in both the 50 and the 60, and I think this is the 3rd week that we've had to go through preparation during the week, looking at 2 different defenses. But we feel like we've had a good week of preparation, so hopefully our guys will be able to pick up that change. And if we do see 2 different fronts, hopefully we'll get the right people blocked.
Are there plays that are going to work better against one defense as opposed to the other?
Yeah, there's some plays that forces you to do something with your alignment to get those people where you can get them blocked. So, you know, if we call a play out of the huddle and we see them in a different defense, and Greg's going to have to do a good job of recognizing that and changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
If they're in that 60 and they decide they're going to play man some, you're probably going to throw the football.
Yeah, we've got to throw the football, Tommy. You know, we don't want to get into just a knockdown, drag out with those people all night. With a guy like that's having the year that Greg's having, and people on the perimeter and catch a football, we've got to be smart enough to get the ball to them.
In the passing game, the things that we do would lend itself to be successful. The short drops, the quick routes, a lot of timing in that passing game.
Yeah, they bring their ends hard, and we've got to do a good job of our backs picking those people up and giving Greg time to throw the football, and then hopefully we can get some people open.
The passing game, in a perfect world, say the passing game's going, and then it's going to open it up inside for the big guys, Rose and Cantrell.
Yeah, they complement each other, and You know, it's like the chicken and the egg. Which you do first, I don't know. But if you can throw the football, you know, it helps a running game. Of course, if you can run it, then the old saying goes, you can do anything you want to with it. So first down's big. We need to get good yardage on first down and then maybe keep them off by. So what we're going to do from there.
All right. I think the folks are going to be in for a good football game here on Lebanon Cablevision 3. Stay tuned as Lebanon and Oakland square off in a Region 4 5A football game.
Buenos Videos, in association with Lebanon Cablevision, presents Lebanon Blue Devil Football. Your announcer is Tommy Bryan. Play-by-play by Bruce Skeen. Stats by Terry Stafford. The field reporter is John Bryan.
Welcome to Noakes Lassiter Field, and it's a Region 4 5A contest tonight. Old rivals Lebanon and Oakland square off. Lebanon undefeated on the season. Oakland comes in at 1-3. Last week they dropped a 14-0 decision to Mount Juliet. The Blue Devils last week knocked off Butler County in the homecoming 27-0. A game with playoff implications for both football teams. A loss by Oakland probably knocks them out of any hope of making it to the final three and going on to the playoffs. A win by Lebanon kind of keeps that playoff train moving on. And we'll be back with the toss of the coin and our field reporter John Bryan after this timeout.
For this telecast is provided by the following: Beard Construction, Burchett Ford Subaru, Fakes and Hooker, First Bank and Trust, 3 locations, Mount Juliet, Hermitage, and Lebanon. K.O. Lester Cash and Carry, Lebanon Cablevision, Permapipe Division of Midwestco, Piggly Wiggly, Rochelle McCullough and Alls, Rock Tin Company, Toshiba America, TRW Commercial Steering Division, and by Women's Health Center PC. Please let our sponsors know that you enjoy the telecast.
Mr. Nixon be the umpire tonight. I'm Bill Harris. I'll be the referee, okay? White is the visiting team. We'll let you call it. Call it while it's in the air. If I drop it, we'll flip it again, okay? Call it loud so we can all hear you, all right?
Tails.
He calls tails. Almost didn't catch that. But tails. It is tails, okay? Because you won the toss, you can kick or receive, or you can defer to the second half. You want to defer, okay? Just hold it right there. Let me tell everybody. White is won and deferred.
White has won the toss and elected to defer.
You want the ball?
You want to defend that goal up there?
You want to defend
The Blue Devils have chosen to defend the south end zone. So the Oakland Patriots have won the toss, elected to defer. Blue Devils will defend the south end zone. Back up to you, Tommy and Bruce.
Shades of the playoffs last year when Lebanon opts to take the wind rather than the football. The Blue Devils are going to take that blustering wind, have it at their backs to start the football game. They will kick it to Oakland. Lebanon will operate out of the south end zone, will go downhill toward the school. Oakland will receive and work out of the north end zone. So by winning the toss, by losing the toss, Lebanon got to do what they wanted to do anyway. Lebanon comes into this football game with a perfect 5-0 record. The Blue Devils 4-0 record, excuse me. Oakland comes in at 1-3.
The Blue Devils, coached by Mark Medley, and Oakland, coached by first-year head man Bruce Hicklin. Hicklin replacing veteran David Alsop, who resigned. David Alsop with a state championship to his credit. And we are not far from kickoff for this big Region 4 5A football game. Here come the Blue Devils. Lebanon dressed out in their white helmets, blue jerseys, white pants, blue and white trim. Oakland across the way on the west side, dressed in navy blue headgear, white jerseys, white pants, blue and red trim. Next week, Lebanon will travel to Cookeville to take on the Cavaliers in another regional football game. This reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to our listeners on KM Country and the viewers on Saturday morning's tape delay on Lebanon Cablevision, the Lebanon High Task Force will sponsor a chili supper October the 15th, 5 p.m. to 6:45. This is before the Gallatin football game. Adults $4, children $2. That will be held in the Lebanon High cafeteria. Tickets will be available at the door and from members of the Lebanon High Task Force. Lebanon will have their 5th kickoff man in 5 weeks tonight as Jody Atwood will tee it up for Lebanon. Oakland, in all probability, will send their junior tailback, Joe McHenry, deep to receive. That is the case, and with him in twin safeties will be the junior split receiver, Sean Dunn. I'm Tommy Bryan, along with John Bryan on the field. Terry Stafford is always on the stats. We're glad to bring you this game, and here's the play-by-play voice of Blue Devil football, Bruce Skeen.
Atwood to kick off, and deep is McHenry. On the right side and on the other side will be Dunn. They stand on the 3 or 4. Wind comes out of the south at about 20 mile an hour. Wind could be a big factor in this one. Lebanon 4-0. Atwood comes forward and kicks it pretty good. All the way to the 1, to the 5, 10, 15. We got down, and somebody hit him. Phillips was there, and I think 33. That might have been Shepard, knocked him down around the 20 or 19. Lebanon got down a pretty good kickoff. One of our best of the year, Tommy.
Lebanon trying to work on that kick game, Bruce, and we've gone with Atwood to kick off, and of course that big wind is going to be a real help. Here's the defensive look for the Blue Devils. Adams at an end, Hasty at a tackle, Cantrell at a nose, Alds at a tackle, Moscadelli at a defensive end.
That was Leahy that got down there instead of Shepard. They took it and run it up the middle, and they didn't get much. He got up close to the 15 and got knocked down. Actually, I said 19. The line of scrimmage where we knocked them down was on the 14, and that time they got 2 yards as they run their tail